Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode number 2. First things first, we have a new addition to the team. This is Annie, the Flabebe. And she knows Fairy Wind, Magical Leaf, Wish, and Nature Power. Also some new moves for our team as they continue to level up, and Lumi has evolved. That might help us here as well, since we are facing the Rock-type gym, and that could be a bit of a challenge. I've been waiting in eager anticipation. What have I been waiting for? For a worthy challenger to appear. It's quite an achievement to have climbed all the way up here. Very impressive, actually. I have a feeling that our battle will turn out to be worth the wait. I hope you'll show me that your skill as a trainer surpasses even mine. Alright, here we go. Appropriately enough, I just took rock climbing lessons a few months ago. Alright, so Leader Grant leads with Amora. That's right, I couldn't remember who his first one was, but now it makes total sense. He has the two fossil Pokemon. Okay, so an Ice and Rock type. Sen is a pretty good lead then, since we are Water type. He has a few levels higher, though. Let's see who's faster. Amora is faster and use Thunder Wave, which will make us paralyzed, which means we are slowed down even further. And we have a 25% chance not to attack, thankfully. We got lucky there, or at least not unlucky. Wow, okay, that's not as much damage as I would have thought. Wow, okay. This could be a tough battle indeed. Takedown, a pretty good normal move, 90 base power, I think. But it does do some damage in recoil. Ah, we're fully paralyzed. That's unfortunate. Once again, we're going to try not to use Hell items and see if we can win without them. Aurora Beam is not the move I would have picked. It's not very effective being an Ice-type attack. We are Water types, so we resist Ice attacks. We'll give another Bubble Beam. Alright, Amora is low on HP, but might use a potion. Hyper Potion, wow, okay. So Grant is definitely not playing around. I kind of wish I had gotten a few more levels under our belt first. But I was just thinking being Rock types and having a Water and Grass type on the team, I was like, I don't want this to be too easy, so I'll go in a little bit underleveled. Hopefully I wasn't overconfident here. Can we survive? We cannot. That's okay, Sen, you did a good job. That was really smart for Mar to use Thunder Wave. Alright, so let's bring in Lumi now. Since Amara is part Ice type, so we might have not too much of a disadvantage at least. And even though Psybeam does not get the same type of attack bonus, or stab, since we're not Psychic type yet, it still should probably do more damage, I think. Because, yeah, Ember is low base power and Flame Charge is a physical attack. We have much higher special attack power. Alright, we are also paralyzed. We could go for the burn, but Psybeam also has a chance of confusion, which would be really nice right now. Hopefully Grant has used his only Hyper Potion. I'm not sure how many he has. Alright, we did get the confusion. That's good. That could be the lucky break we need here. Come on. Okay, it's Rock Tomb, which is super effective. Ah, and down goes Lumi. Alright, that's not good. Alright, Annie, you are up, and we are still in his first Pokemon. Amara's faster than I thought, too. I would have thought being a Rock type, it was pretty slow. And I think it had the speed drop from Bubble Beam, so that helps a little bit. Alright, so let's go for Magical Leaf, which will be super effective being a Grass type attack. Now Annie is a Fairy type, not Fairy and Grass type, so we don't get stabbed, but super effective is still pretty good. And Tyrant. I remembered he had a Tyrant. Tyrant is definitely a foe to be reckoned with. It has the Strong Jaw ability, which makes its biting moves incredibly powerful. It is part Dragon, though. It is Rock and Dragon type, which means it is weak to our Fairy attacks if we're faster. We are not faster. Luckily, Bite is not very effective. Not sure why he used that. I would have probably used Rock Tomb or something. Still not that much damage, though. Magic Leaf will not be super effective, since Dragon resists Grass. I actually just trained a Tyrant in my Omega Ruby boss battle series, and that was a lot of fun. So if you want to check out what Tyrant is like, I would definitely watch that. Alright, Nist, you are up. This is going to be tough because Bite is super effective here, so let's go for Confuse Ray and hope we get really lucky, and that's not good. So yeah, I think I definitely underestimated the levels here. Let's go ahead and get a few more levels under our belt, and I will give this another try. Alright friends, welcome back. It is time for attempt number 2 against Grant. I have leveled up our team to level 24. Also, Annie has evolved into Floette. She's been trying to evolve for a while, but I figured I would get her some on-screen time as Flabebe first. And then also found a Mind Plate for Lumi, so hopefully with those upgrades, we'll have a better chance this time. Let's get to it. Not going to read the text again, because we just did. Yeah, so normally when I do these videos, I try to train my team to the same level as the highest trainer in the gym, besides the gym leader, so when I saw that one of them had a level 24 Pokemon, I was like, should I do 24? But that just seemed overpowered, and I didn't want to make this too easy, and it seemed I erred in the direction and made this too hard. So hopefully, being a 24, this will be a nice, fun match. So I put Nist first because, unfortunately, Nist is weak to both Ice types, which Amara is, and Dark types. And Tyrant isn't Dark, but it has Bite, and its Bite is super powered. And yep, there we go. Alright, so sorry I didn't get an attack off. I was hoping he might be able to get like a Leech Seed or something. But at least we got some recoil damage with the takedown. Alright, so who should I bring in next? Let's bring in Sen. Because Sen, being water type, will resist ice. And also we are super effective against Amara, whereas water is not super effective against Tyrant. And Amara is surprisingly fast. Once again hitting us with a Thunder Wave. And we did not get bad paralyzed luck that time, which is good. Alright, so one more Bubble Beam should do the trick, assuming we're not fully paralyzed, and assuming Grant does not use Ace Hyper Potion. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. Oh, fully paralyzed. A little bit of bad luck there, but I think we're still doing okay. Trying to use Aurora Beam. I think I would probably use Takedown, although if he does, then he'll get some recoil damage, so kind of a lose-lose there. Alright, and Amara is down. Good job, Sen. Good chunk of XP there, and here is Tyrant. And of course its ability, Strong Jaw, gives it a big bonus, I think 50% in this generation, for all biting moves, such as Bite. I think Bubble Beam will still be our best bet here. Alright, a lot of damage there. And Bite also has a flinch chance too, so it could be hard to get some attacks off. And down goes Sen, but he put in a good effort. And now we're down to our last two real Pokemon. We still have the Zigzagoons, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in Annie. Because Annie, being a fairy type, will resist Bite and will be super effective with Fairy Wind. Should I do Wish? Let's just go for an attack and get some damage off. And we are faster, that's good. Not quite a knockout, even being super effective. Now Rock Tomb will do some decent damage, a lot of damage actually. Tyrant also has a very good attack stat. And it slowed us down, so I'm going to be a little bit... Is he going to use a potion though, or is he going to go for the... Let's just stay in. Because I think he's going to use a potion here, yeah. And if he didn't, and he did go first because of the speed drop and knock out Annie, then we could still bring in Lumi, and I think we'd be faster and could finish him off. So, alright, Tyrant is faster. I imagine the Stomp will be a knockout, yep. So it's going to take all four of our Pokemon, but hopefully, now that we have the Mind Plate, our Psybeam will do enough damage to take him out. And we should be faster, I think we are. Alright, will it be enough? Rock Tomb would be super effective. It is, okay, that was close. A very close, tough battle, even being almost as high levels as his team was. But that makes it fun. You have proven to be a wall that I am unable to surmount. And a good amount of Poké Dollars there, or Poké Yen, or whatever they are. There are some things that seem out of reach no matter how hard you try. However, it's important that you never give up, no matter the opponent or the odds. I can tell from our battle that you and your Pokemon understand that. To commemorate such an impressive show of teamwork, please accept the Cliff Badge. Yay, badge number 2. 2 down, 6 to go. With the Cliff Badge in your grasp, you should have no issues working together with Pokemon to level 40, even those you receive in trade, and that's not all, you also get Rock Tomb. Okay, that's a good move. Not sure if anyone on our team can learn it, at least our current team. With this move, a Pokemon can hurl rocks at its target, not only inflicting damage, but also lowering the target's speed and preventing it from moving. Now that you've become a master wall climber and conquered this gym, it's time you thought about how to apply your skills in other areas. Think about how you can improve yourself, as well as the Pokemon that are always by your side. When you find the answer, that's when you'll truly be able to smile. Alright, well thank you for the advice, Grant. Let's real quick check out Rock Tomb. Nope, nobody can learn it yet. Alright, also we taught, what's his name? Blanking. But Nim? Is it Nim? Nist. We taught Nist Shadow Claw, which is a much better move, even though he didn't get a chance to use it. But we are going to catch one more Pokemon before the next gym battle, and I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon that can learn Rock Tomb, so that could come in handy there. But that is all for now, so as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you right back here for gym battle number 3.